Hey, what is up, people? This is Johnny. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to get Hoopa or any other Pokemon in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So the first thing that you want to check out in your Nintendo 3DS is what kind of version you have. So like firmware version of your Nintendo 3DS. You have to have a 9.0 through a 9.4. So any of those firmware versions on there will work. So you want to go ahead and go into your settings to check out where you have to make sure what kind of version you have, and it'll tell you in the settings area what kind of version you have. So right there, mine has a 9.20-20U. That will be able to work for the Nintendo 3DS. So I have a good version that will work. So make sure to have the 9.0 through 9.4 version, and it will work. Alright, before we start doing every single step, we're actually going to go to google.com and we're going to search Winrar, and we need this program because this program will allow us to distract everything. So look for the first link and go into the download section and go ahead and download which version, 64-bit or 32-bit, depending on what computer you have. I have a 64-bit, and if you're not sure, just download the 32-bit. That should work for your computer. Anyways, I downloaded the Winrar and we're gonna open it up. It's really easy to install. You just have to click on yes, and then you have to install. And since I already have it, I'm not gonna install another Winrar, so you get the point. It will be in the description so you can download Winrar. Alright, for the next step, we're actually going to have to use the computer. So if you have a desktop or a laptop, you're going to have to use the computer. And you're gonna want to go ahead and go into this website right here that I'm going to show you. And you're going to, I'll link it in the description, so the website will be in the description. You just have to click the link in order to go here. And the next thing that you will need is actually a program called Winrar. What Winrar does, it helps you extract files. So I'll leave in the description a link to download Winrar as well, so you can use that program. Alright, so it'll tell you here on this website that 9.0 through 9.4 are the firmware versions that you need for this to work. Alright, so what you want to do when you get to this website, you want to go ahead and download the code zip file. So that will download somewhere on your computer, mainly in your downloads folder. And you download the Hoopa example Pokemon as well. So I already downloaded those two files. Another thing that I want to mention is that if you want to make your own custom Pokemon, so basically any type of Pokemon that you want to get, you have to download this second program right here, which is the Project Pokemon. And we're going to go ahead and download that as well, so we can have that for a reference. And alright, so you go ahead and download that so you can make your customized Pokemon. So just go ahead and do that and you'll be able to make your own Pokemon. So it's pretty easy. Just get used to the program, and that's an extra thing. Alright, so the next thing what you're wanting to do is that you're gonna, if you have Windows 7 or Windows 8, go to downloads folder, find the file that you had. Since you have WinRAR installed already on your computer, the program that I told you in the beginning, you're gonna wanna, I would move this to the desktop if you want to. It's all up to your personal preference. It doesn't really matter. And move it all to the desktop. And what you want to do is you want to go ahead and extract them, which is right click and extract to example Pokemon right there, and extract your other one as well as code, and you should be set. And there's the Pokemon Hex that you can extract as well. We might as well extract it. Anyways, we're going to extract that. And the next thing that you want to do is get your Nintendo 3DS and take out the SD card and put it in your laptop if it has a SD card reader, or put it in your desktop as well if it has a SD card reader. So you're going to need an SD card reader, and then you'll be able to open it. And I'm gonna open it in my computer because I already have mine inside of there, so there's nothing in there. And what you want to do next is you want to go ahead and copy the code first. You want to go ahead and copy the code. So yeah, I'm gonna copy it right here. We're gonna copy the code into our SD card reader, which is over here. Sorry about that. And we're going to paste it in there. And then the next thing that you want to do is, this is going to be our Hoopa. So if you want to get the Hoopa, you have to copy this, and it has to be titled Pokemon.ex EKX, I mean. So as you can see right there, Pokemon.ekx. Anyways, that's how it's titled right there. And you need, if you make a custom Pokemon with the other program, well, you're going to have the title there as well, Pokemon EKX. So you're going to have that, and you should be fine after you copy that. Just make sure it has that name, and you should be set for your SD card. So the next thing you want to do is eject your SD card out of your computer, and you're going to want to go ahead and go into the Nintendo 3DS once again. Alright, so we're back on the Nintendo 3DS side, and the next thing that you want to do is you want to go ahead and load Pokemon Alpha Sapphire or Omega Ruby, depending on what version you have. Load your game, and that's the next step that you have to do. Also, make sure your SD card is back in your Nintendo 3DS after you copy those files onto it, and just wait till it loads. You'll have the screen menu and everything, and the next thing you're gonna press start. Make sure to press that. Go into your, the next thing you want to do is go into your PC. Alright, so we're going to our PC, and I do recommend having like a second Pokemon around that box. So for example, you have to have your first empty box slot empty, so this one in box 1 is empty, and that's where Hoopa will appear, or any other Pokemon that you decided to get. And then I recommend having a couple of other Pokemon on the side in the same box. And I recommend going to box 3 or 4, it doesn't matter. And then press home button. And what you want to go ahead and do next is go into your web browser. And when you're in your web browser, we're actually going to end up deleting pretty much everything inside of the web browser. So what you're going to want to go ahead and do is go into your settings and go all the way down till it says initialize save data. And if you have a pin, just put in your pin, and 1050. If you don't know your pin, some of the DSs bring a default 1 2 3 4. So anyways, press OK and clear all data, and wait for it to clear. So once it's clear, it'll take you back to the home menu, and then you want to go back into the internet browser after it's clear and done. Go back to the internet browser and go ahead, and we're going to actually, it's gonna say prepare, so wait till it's done preparing everything, and next, clicking next. It'll tell you Google search engine, and it'll be set to Google search engine. Alright, the next thing you want to do is go ahead and click on your URL, and you're going to put load code dot project Pokemon. So make sure to put that, what I'm putting in right now, Pokemon.org. Make sure to put it right. You don't want to put it wrong, or else it might not load. So yeah, I put it in all right. Make sure to look at that. Click confirm, and it should load up. If it says load code and it says failed to load part of this page, just wait a bit, and it should take you back to the normal page. So that means you've been doing it right, and it'll tell you an error has occurred. Please save your data in any software currently in use, then restart the system. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go back into our box, and you want to go ahead and turn to box 1, and your Hoopa should appear. So look at that, we actually got a Hoopa off of this. And I recommend, if it doesn't work the first time you try it, retry it. Delete the files on your SD card if it didn't work the first time. Delete them and then put them back again and try it again, because it may take a couple of times for it to work, but it does end up working in the end, because I got the Hoopa. I managed to get it. You just got to keep trying to make it work until it actually starts working, because you got to keep trying it a couple of times, all the steps that I did in the video. Basically, when it comes down to the SD card, you got to keep trying it. Alright, so to make sure the Pokemon will save, I'm going to go ahead and put save in my game file, so you can see that the Pokemon actually did indeed save into the game. Alright, the next thing that we're going to cancel out of the game, just to make sure that the Pokemon is there. We're going to close our game, and we're going to resume it right now. So I closed up my game. As you can see, the game is closed, and we're going to start all over. So you can see that the Hoopa is there. So one thing that I want to mention is that if it doesn't work the first time, delete the everything in the SD, those two files that you copied into the SD card. Just delete those two files and then copy them again, the ones that you downloaded, and check them out again and try to do the same things I did in the video again, and it should work the second time. All right, so we're going to our PC, so you can see that we do have a Hoopa in here, and I'm gonna show you in my organized boxes. There, Hoopa stays in there forever. So that's how you make this work. If you don't have a power save, this will make it work. So I pretty much explained everything in this video, how you can get. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to make your own Pokemon, which is the Pokemon Hex Program, which will be in the description as well, where you can get that program. Anyways, I extracted it already to my computer, and this is the program right here. Now, one thing that I want to make sure is that you can choose your Pokemon. You can have a reroll. You can have this button right here if you decide to use a shiny. Go ahead and use a shiny. You can go ahead and press that there. And then you go to species, select what Pokemon you want. Make sure to know the status and the abilities that this Pokemon have. They are legit. They are legal in the Pokemon games. Don't put something that's not for that Pokemon. Put the stuff that's correct for this Pokemon. And let's go all the way down. They have it in ABC order, stuff like that. So they have a Zygrade here, or Volcanion. Let's go with Volcanion. I don't really know the stats of Volcanion. You can put a nickname to it. Volcano. I don't know. Volcano. I'm going to put that. You can put the experience share. Make sure to do your research when you know all of this already, so you can know what level your Pokemon is going to be. Do the research, and I believe 125 experience is 100. You can set the nature that you want for this Pokemon. Brave, whatever. Held item. You can get an item as well. If you want to get any items, you can get the friendship levels to 55, I think is the maximum. I'm not sure. And the ability that this Pokemon may have, water absorb, or any other Pokemon. And the language, English. Don't mess with the egg or anything infected or cured. You don't have to mess with anything. And you can also set a country, I guess. And a Sur region. It doesn't really matter. I think, well, I think you do have to put something, but whatever. Go ahead and put a random one. If you don't really have to, but I guess if you want to, put the Sur region wherever you're from, whatever. Just go ahead and mess with that. And the next thing that you want to do is go into Met, but make sure to put an area that you think will be legit for the game, where you can get it. Do some research out there. You can put it or any area. Just make something that's legit. You can even set it what Pokeball it's been caught. You can set the level of what you met it at, what level. You could put the dates. Just keep looking at the dates. You can check out the years go by and stuff like that. 2015, we're in 2015 right now, so we're gonna go put it in 2015 January 25th for today. Don't put as an egg, or if you met it as an egg, I don't know. It depends. That really doesn't matter for this Pokemon. So we're just going to leave that blank. And you can put your EVs here. You can randomize it. You can randomize the IVs. Obviously, the best IVs are 31. Of course, those are the best IVs that you can get, 31. So, and you can randomize it if you want to. Randomize the IVs. Depends on what you want. The contests are 255 for Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Sorry about that voice. Anyways, here's the attacks. Make sure to do your research on the attacks for each different Pokemon that is able to learn that attack and how much PP is allowed to have, because it may not allow to have 20 or more. You have to put something that's legit. Make sure to do that. I know that this Volcanion, it doesn't learn these attacks, but I'm just giving you an example. Make sure to do your research on the attacks and everything like that. And acrobatics, whatever. We're just going to go ahead and put random stuff here, because we're just doing random there. Don't do it like mine. You have to do your research before you create this Pokemon. The OT that you can put here, all that good information that you want. Just look at the information. Some of this stuff you don't even have to touch at all if you don't want to. But anyways, that's pretty much it on how you make a Pokemon. Make legit status, legal status that the Pokemon may have in the games. Something that you wouldn't find hackable. Make it original, like the original Pokemon's what they can learn. Do your research online. And then what you want to do is you want to file save as, and the next thing you want to save your Pokemon is there. And the next thing you actually are going to want to do is you're wanting to rename your whole file of the Pokemon. First name it Pokemon, and then put EKX, 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 and change the extension, and yeah, and there you go. And what you'll do with that, make sure it doesn't have that 2. I have a couple of them on my PC, so I'm gonna delete these. Anyways, make sure that they don't have the number 3, just Pokemon EKX dot EKX. Anyways, then you do the same thing that I showed you in the past video, and before in the beginning of the video where I showed you where you had to transfer it into the folder so you can copy it in there, and you should be set. Do the little glitch again, the little exploit that you can go into the web browser. Do the same things as you did for the Hoopa, but replace this file in your SD card. Replace it with the other one file, and you'll be able to get it working. Now, another thing that I want to mention, if you're in the game and you manage to get like a bad egg or something, the way to get rid of that bad egg, do not save your game. If it shows a bad egg, do not save your game. And don't even try to hatch that egg. Just turn off your game and then turn it back on, and the bad egg will disappear. You're not supposed to have a bad egg. If it's a bad egg, it means something went wrong, and you shouldn't have that bad egg in your team. So if you turn out with an egg, just remove it. Just turn off. Don't put save or anything. Don't try to hatch it. Turn off your game and then turn it back on, and the bad egg will disappear. And then you can try and do the exploit again, so you can get it to work and get the Pokemon hopefully the next time successfully. Just a quick tip, just wanted to let you know. And that's pretty much it. And if you have any comments in the comment section, leave a comment, so I could probably help you out. All right, thanks.